Well, I believe we have most of our speakers involving the Union Colony Charter on their way out of the room, and so at this time I'd like to welcome everyone to your Board of Education meeting for School District 6. It's Monday, January 12th, 2015, and I hereby call this meeting to order. Will you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Ms. Barea, please.
Mr. DeWitt?
Present.
Mr. Hafley? Mr. Hall?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hall is not with us. I was awake.
Mr. Lydiak?
Present.
Dr. Richard? Present. Mr. Richardson?
Present.
Mrs. Solis?
Present.
6 members are present.
Thank you. First item of business is a short one, Board of Education President announcements. A number of things are going on in the district, and there have been many groups of individuals participating in special meetings for blended learning and focus groups for the interviews upcoming for our superintendent search. I'd like to thank parents and community members who are involved. We also want to let members of the community know that we will be inviting them to participate in the interview process for our superintendent of schools, and they can find that information very soon on our website. And I believe, Mr. Eads, you have a comment to make?
I do. While we should do it more often than once a year, we need to slow down and take a deep breath and ask ourselves about our Board of Education and recognize the time they dedicate to our children and our community every week. January is National School Board Appreciation Month, and our senior management team members each have a plaque to present to one of you, so come on down. So,
at this moment, the board is appropriately shocked.
we didn't warn you in advance. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That. That's beautiful. Outstanding. Thank you.
There weren't enough of us. We didn't know Steve was doing that. There's room on your wall for it. So.
Well, we're delighted, obviously, with this, but very surprised. Thank you very much.
Well, we want you to know that we understand how much effort it takes to stay on top of the board work, and we appreciate your willingness to be here and are grateful for your leadership. So from all of us to all of you, thank you for being here and contributing the countless hours that you do. So.
Well, thank you very much. Come to order. Yes.
Just a tough
I think we need more makeup now. Yes. Well, thank you very much. Well, we're overwhelmed and delighted. Thank you. Next item is a hearing from persons desiring to speak before the Board of Education, in addition to those who've already spoken. Ms. Barea, do we have anyone who's expressed an interest?
There are none.
At this time, thank you very much. The next item of business is the work session report. Please, Ms. Barea.
Board of Education President Roger DeWitt began the work session with open comments and observations from board members. He reviewed upcoming board events and agenda items. There was discussion regarding assessment, blended learning, and a district data dashboard. Mr. DeWitt led a discussion regarding Human X Ventures. The board reviewed the draft agendas for the scheduled all-day work session and half-day work session on January 15th and 16th. Human Resources Coordinator Annette Overton led a review of the draft vision, mission, and value statements for the district strategic plan. Board members had time for discussions and suggestions. Chief Academic Officer Dr. Stacy Dattery and Director of Assessment Dr. Sophia Masavich gave a presentation on formative assessments used in the district. She shared benchmark results for Galileo and the beginning of year to middle of year comparisons for Dibbles. Board members had time for questions and comments. President DeWitt discussed the superintendent search timeline and process with the board members, and that concluded the work session.
Thank you very much. The next item of business is item G, the approval of the agenda. That is an action item that would require a motion. I'd like to receive one at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Wall County School District 6 approve the agenda as presented.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, Ms. Brandt?
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard? Aye. Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. The next item is the approval of the consent agenda. This is an action item requiring a motion. You'll find that motion on page 7 of your report.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve items as presented on the consent agenda and authorize the officers to sign any and all contracts.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, Ms. Brandt?
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. The next item is a especially pleasant one. Teresa Myers, Director of Communications, is here to tell us a little bit about partnership recognition this evening.
Well, thank you, President DeWitt, Interim Superintendent Eads, and members of the Board of Education. I am very pleased tonight to be able to do this honor because this is an organization I truly believe does much good in our community, as I well know that you do too. The Assistance League of Greeley furnishes our students with literally thousands of items of clothing every single year. I think you'll notice that on your backup sheet, 4,800 pairs of pants were given out this year, 7,300 polo shirts, amounting to more than $53,000 worth of donations that this organization has made directly to our students. And that donation helps our kids get to school every day, ready to learn, and it's so important for them. But you don't want to hear that from me. You want to hear that from some amazing students who Principal Anthony Asmus has brought this evening from Centennial Elementary School. Mr. Asmus?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for letting these guys talk tonight. So, I always feel like we work for them. Without them, none of us would have a job. So I'm going to turn this over to my bosses here tonight and let them present to you. So you come right over here. Chelsea, go there.
Good evening, President DeWitt, Superintendent Eads, and members of the board. My name is Lindsay Roberts.
And my name is Chelsea Roberts. On behalf of all the schools that receive uniforms, I thank you for allowing us to honor the Greeley Assistance League. At Centennial Elementary, we have students that can and cannot afford clothes for school. For those students who cannot afford the proper clothes for school, their self-esteem, success in school, and making friends can be affected. As a no place for hate school, we want all students to have the same opportunities for success. The donation of uniforms always allows all of our students to be and feel equal.
Also, Centennial students are so smart. Over 90% of us speak more than one language. Actually, we have 7 different languages. That's 7 different nationalities. Although students speak several languages, most of these students do not speak English as their first language. Our focus has to be on the classroom and academics. Our uniforms take the focus off of what the students wear and remind us that we come to school to learn. Thank you, Greeley Assistance League.
Great job. So just real quick, I can't understate the importance of what you guys do for us. So I know the students, the uniforms we give them at the start of the year, they wear, and we replace them. You not only give us enough for one round, but when the kids wear them out, which they do because they go home and they play with them, they just keep them on. They love the fact that they come to school with a nice uniform, and we actually wash them for them. So when they come, they trade. We give them a new one. We take theirs, we wash them. We just keep them looking sharp at school. And I know when they look sharp, they feel sharp, and good things are happening at Centennial. So thank you so much for what you do for us. So, good job.
Thank you.
So now, President DeWitt, I'd like to bring up Dorothy Ekus, who's the Assistance League President, Georgia Womble, who's the Chair of Philanthropic Programs, And Cheryl Struppleton, I'm saying that right, Cheryl? I'm sorry. She's the chair of Operation School Bell, which is the program that provides these uniforms for our students. Thank you again, and I would just like to put a plug in for the Assistance League Bargain Box. That is the thrift store on 9th Street. It is amazing. I take all my stuff there. They have great, yeah, right? That's where they raise most of their money for these uniforms and for all the other programs that they fund. So please, if you have a donation, consider it making to them.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to take a moment to say once again thank you very much for our two brave student presenters. Can we say thank you to you young ladies? Well said, and you look sharp. Thanks for coming this evening. The next item is public notice of meetings and designated posting sites, and I believe Mr. Eads has a bead on this particular item.
I do. My job is really exciting tonight.
All right.
In accordance with Colorado Revised Statute 24-6-401C, notices for all Board of Education meetings will be posted at least 24 hours prior to the holding of the meeting in the following designated posting sites. Number 1, Weld County School District 6 Administration Building West Lobby, and number 2, the district website. The posting shall include specific agenda information where possible, and that fulfills the requirements for public meeting notice postings for this year.
Thank you very much. This is an action item, so if you provide me with a motion, please.
Weld County School District 6 approve the Administration Building West Lobby and the district website as designated posting sites for public notice of meetings.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call, Ms. Bria.
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Ladiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 6-0.
Thank you. The next item, Mr. Eads again, if you don't mind, a little bit of an update on the Prairie Heights Middle School project.
I'd be happy to. Our general contractor, FCI, is reporting the building at 65% complete. It creeps up a little bit every month. Right now, they are doing some tape and finish of drywall on the first floor, starting to hang drywall on the second floor, so when you get to that point, you know finished materials are starting to come in. The discussion is underway for the location of the main time capsule. We are going to have, a time capsule in the main vestibule. So we're looking at items to put in there and deciding where to put that. Maybe some of you will be around in 100 years when we dig it up.
No.
Hope not.
The entry canopy is being framed, and the general contractor has completed the remaining punch list items for the off-site improvements. That means the stoplight is now fully operational at 65th Avenue and 37th Street. So that's really good news. The only other thing I would add is that we are planning to do a public tour. It will be on a Sunday afternoon, weather permitting. We do want a nice day, so if it doesn't go according to plan on February 22nd, the bad weather makeup day is March 1st. This will be a Sunday afternoon, again, February 22nd at 1:30 to 3. That's after church, so you should have time to get there. The last time we did this with the new building, we had several hundred people show up to walk through the building and get a look at what it looks like under construction. So February 22nd, if you're interested, at the Prairie Heights Middle School site, 1:30 to 3.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. The next item of business is the Greeley West High School abatement project, and this was a delayed item from an earlier meeting. Hudspeth Associates, and I believe that Mr. Brad Johnson, our Director of Support Services, and Facilities Project Manager Ken Hoyland, along with RLH Engineering Incorporated Representative Travis Guret, or perhaps you'll correct my spelling of your last name, my pronunciation. Juret, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Superintendent Eads, President DeWitt, ladies and gentlemen of the board, hello again. This is the meat and potato of the project. This is the removal of the asbestos that we're asking you for the funding for. That's going to take us a couple summers. We've discussed it before. If you have some questions for us or something we may answer.
Well, prior to this, we were delayed a little bit to simply be able to complete that contract, and there's no surprises other than that you're bringing that to us this evening. Are there any comments from board members or questions? It seems like we're delighted to get rid of the asbestos. If you don't mind taking it, we would love to have it go.
Yes, this has been years of progress getting this lined up to do, so we're excited about getting it done.
Marvelous.
It's time to be done.
Well, this is not only good action, but it is an action item for which we will need a motion.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the contract with Hudspeth Associates for asbestos abatement at Greeley West High School not to exceed $431,528 as presented.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Roll call, Ms. Brand.
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Hafley?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 6-0.
Very great. Misters Johnson, Hoyland, and Jarrett, thank you very much for coming this evening and getting this meat and potatoes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.